àkọ́bí tótó ẹbẹ̀ tí ẹbẹ̀ ìṣẹ́yìn fòrò láwà yìí ìṣẹ́yìn òrò ọmọ ẹbẹ̀ tí mo kọ kájọ kéré àjò délé àṣeyè lálákànṣe gbogbo wa là ń ṣàṣeyè.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, and welcome to this radio station, FAD FM. And also, today is your wonderful radio program, The World, from your radio presenter, Honorable Busari Yunus Ayerofe. The World is one of the programs that is set aside to educate us as human beings. It is a program that's set aside to wake us up most of the time when we are slumbering. And it is a program that is set aside to hint us and correct us and also to guide our steps. And also to remind us who we are and why we are living our life and what is it that we want to achieve. So I'm using this medium again to welcome you to The World from your radio station, FAD FM. But before I go into today's discussion, I would like to encourage you and admonish you. Are you one of the people that is having the opportunity of listening to this program at this present moment? Then you are a lucky person. For you to be alive and breathing, and also eating and drinking, and also taking steps, and also be able to move your arms, to move your legs, to move the parts that you have, then definitely you are lucky. Many of people have been planted like plants, and many of people have been sown on ridges just like seeds, and they never grow. It is not because you are most wise, and it's not because you are closest to God, and it's not because you are the most beautiful or handsome, and it's not because you are the most pious, but you just have the opportunity and the grace of being alive today. So for you to be alive now, I say congratulations, and I thank God for you. And I also want to tell you that whatsoever condition you found yourself, it is not the end of your life. It is not the end of where you're going, and it is definitely not going to end your life. So you have to be the person that will decide on where you want to be and where you want to be at a certain point in time. So don't let life take away from you. And don't let life take away from you, as I said, and I still repeat myself. Don't let life take away your breath, your life, and your right to believe in. God has given you, and never because of a situation kill yourself. Never ever because of a situation think that you can never achieve something. You are a miracle. You are a blessing. You are one of the parts of the pursuits of life that if you are missing, then definitely life is not complete. You are one of that important aspect of life that if you are not here, definitely life is not going to complete. We will miss you, life will miss you, Mother Earth will mourn you. So you are not an accident, and you are not just a misfortune. You are a blessing to us and to Mother Earth. Like I used to tell people, nobody is coming to save you. You are the person that has the ability and the power and the capability to save yourself. You are the only person that owes yourself something. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody owes you anything. If you expect something from people and they are not giving it to you, then definitely you will disappoint yourself. The best thing you need to do is build yourself. Have that courage and believe in yourself. Nobody owes you anything and nobody can stop you. Whatever you put your mind at, and you already get the materials and the resources that you need. then definitely you can achieve. Today's topic that we want to be discussing with ourselves is very much important and is one part of our body that is very, very essential. In the absence of that part of your body, then definitely you have already missed a lot of things in life. So the part that we want to discuss about today is your tongue. Your tongue. Now, is one part of your body. It is not just something that you'll be looking for to fetch. It's not something that you'll be stretching your neck to know, and it's not something that you'll be looking into book or into dictionary to understand. It is a part of you. It is your tongue. Do you know that tongue have already made some people? It has made them to become something great in their life. They talked when they're supposed to talk, and they speak what is right when they're supposed to speak, not silent when they do not supposed to be silent. They know what they should say, and they know when to talk. Like these people used to say that the tongue is the most bitter part of our body, and also is the sweetest part of our body. So tongue can take you to greater places, and it can also withdraw you from greater places. Your tongue can give you blessings, and also your tongue can kill you. So I will admonish you and I will put it across to you today that you should tame your tongue. Your tongue is just like a tiger. The moment you lose it, it's going to haunt you. Your tongue is just like a lion. The moment you lose it, it's going to tame you. It's going to attack you. So tame your tongue. Control your tongue. Know very much well before you utter a statement. There is a very wide gap between your brain and your tongue. A very wide gap between your brain and your tongue. That is why most of the time when we write something, if you've ever passed through secondary school or even primary school and you wrote a letter, you will say that the first one you wrote, you check it again, you say mistake. The second time you check it again, you say mistake. The third time you check it again, you will say mistake. It is basically because it is a written form. You have that opportunity of looking through where your mistakes lies, and you have that chances, the little chances or even the bigger ones, to check very well how you correct them. But if there is a oral presentation is the most difficult thing, because it comes, the moment it comes to you, you process it and you send it out. You must be able to connect your brain with your tongue. Many people have died because they cannot connect their tongue with their brain. They just feel it. The moment the words builds up inside their mind, they just let it out through their tongue. You should have the ability to let it pass through your brain and think about it very well. Take a large breath and think about this thing very well. What about if I utter this statement? What is it there for me to gain? And what is it there for me to lose? How will that person feel if I utter this statement? If it was uttered to me, how will I feel? Tame your tongue. That is what I have for you today. It is indeed the amount that you're going to use to claim a lot of things in your life. It is your tongue that is going to be the most important part of you that you will use to communicate. And it is your tongue that you're going to use to swallow anything that you eat. Your tongue is very much important, true. But if you cannot tame it, then it will be something that is going to end your life. Know how to tame your tongue. Don't utter words just anyhow. Just because you understand, just because you know the right answer to every word, just because you understand and you know what you should give to everyone, just because you are smart, just because you are brilliant, just because you are endowed with speech and words, doesn't make you to be speaking at every time, and doesn't make you to just be answering every question, and doesn't make you to always be providing a statement or a response to every question or to every word put across to you. There's this word that they say that silence is golden. Silence is golden. When you see some people that talks, that sometimes you can say, I even believe that those people that are silent, when we have wise men silent in places, and we have a fool shouting, the silence of that wise man is much important, better than the noise of a fool. If you are silent, you'll be able to process the words before you utter them. So don't be someone that talks. Don't be someone that always fight for the first position to talk. And don't be someone that always fight for your voice to be heard in any association. That I must talk, I must speak. If they utter self-statement, I must make my own response. If they ask any question, I must be the one to answer. It is much more better to keep yourself short, hide yourself, and when exam comes, let's say for example that you're a student. When they ask you a question inside the class, and they ask you a question, if you are sure of the answer, you can raise up your hand and talk. Or if you're not sure of the answer, then the best thing I will tell you is that you shut up your mouth. Because the moment you utter a statement, they said, it is much more better you keep your mouth shut, and they are in doubt of you being a fool or a wise man than you uttering a statement and you clear them the doubt of you being a wise or a fool. When you are not sure of every word, when you are not sure of a statement, when you are not sure of a response, then the best thing you need to do is to keep silent. Keep silent. Words are just like eggs. The moment you alter them, they are broken. You cannot unpack them. You cannot unsay them. You cannot take it away from those who already altered them too. So that is why you need to take a lot of consciousness, and you need to take a lot of careful. You need to be very, very careful when you are uttering statements, because you cannot unsay what you've said. It is better for you to be silent and give them the doubt of you being a wise man or a fool than you uttering a statement, giving a response, answering a question, and you clear them that doubt to make them ascertain that you are a fool. So learn to cultivate the habit of being silent and don't talk when it is not necessary. Don't talk where it is not compulsory. Learn to keep your tongue. What about when you're a leader of a place? You need to know when to speak and when not to speak. You need to know what to say and what not to say. Because a word from you can give hope, and statement from you can kill a lot of people. What about if you are just a leader of an army, let's say a group of army, and your word is just like a command? So let me tell you, and I'm still reminding you that you need to tame your tongue and don't say anything if you are not compulsory, if you are not compelled to utter a statement. If it is not compulsory for you to talk, don't talk. Reserve your energy, reserve your response, reserve your thoughts, tame your tongue. You will gain a lot from you being silent than you being making noise. If you are sure of what you want to say, then you can talk. But if you are not sure of what you want to say, you can keep silent. Let's take an example. If you are in a gathering and you are, let's say, in a meeting, and they are talking about a certain topic, and you don't have any idea about that, then the best thing is you shut up your mouth. If you don't shut up your mouth and you just raise up your hand that you want to contribute, they might be going left and you take your turn to go right. Then they will see and look and take you as a fool. But it's better you keep silent. It is better they call you to talk that, oh, Mr. Somebody, what have you seen today's topic, than you raising up your hand and saying rubbish. So that is what I have for us today. And what I've been saying is this, that you should learn to tame your tongue. Your tongue is the most sweetest part of your body, and it's also the most bitter part of your body. So if you don't tame it, it can kill you. If you tame it, it can take you to greater places. I pray may God Almighty Allah help us in taming our tongue. May He not let our tongue be an abinger of a misfortune. May He not lead us to anything dangerous. But the best thing we need to do is we need to be careful. You cannot be too careful. At the end of this session, I'll say, you are doing well. You are making move. You are taking steps. People of yesterday, many of them did not even reach where you are today. But because you did not give up, that is why you are here. So why will you give up? Don't give up. You are making steps. And I'll still say that who is the person that tells you that it's going to be easy for you? who is that person that tells you that it's going to be easy for you. The bigger your head, the more you feel the headache. The bigger the risk, the greater the trouble. The bigger the risk, the greater the benefit at the end of it. So don't expect an easy life, because when you expect an easy life, then you'll be just like a snake that passes through the wall without having an impact. It is not going to be easy. But I pray that no matter how difficult it is, you found your way and you get it done. At the end of this session, what I used to start is what I'm going to use to end it. That I and you, we are lucky. Both me and you, we are lucky. We are not the most brilliant. We are not the wisest. We are not the most beautiful or the most handsome. We are not the strongest. We are not the most pious. We are nothing. We are just opportune to be alive. So I will ask you, why won't you make use of that opportunity judiciously? Why won't you make use of the benefits that God has given you? Why won't you make use of the gifts that God has bestowed on you to see the sun and to see the moon and also breathe today? Why won't you make use of the chances that you have that many of the people that have been planted like seed do not have? Why won't you make use of the chances that you have today that some have already been living under the soil? You are alive today, and make sure that you are doing something, and make sure that you are taking steps. With this, I will say goodbye to us. By next week, by the grace of Almighty God, we'll still be alive, and we'll still have the opportunity of meeting ourselves. I will start greeting us from my brother Abikeoye and my wonderful mother, Elijah Sururo, Momsi Awaoma Lalo Barika, and also to one of my wonderful brother, Ebnolomo Kabir, and one of my wonderful daddies, Elijah Kosim Omomugobogun. Thank you for being part of us since the beginning of this program. And also to our lovers and our fans and our supporters on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, we say thank you and God bless you. I will say this, that you should not just listen to this program and just listen it for listening's sake. Quote some things, jot some things down, pick some point, and make sure you apply it to your everyday life. Thank you and God bless you. I still remain myself, Honorable Bosari Yunus Olaide, known as Ayewefe, and this radio station still remain Epedi FM, the one and the first and the only community online radio of Ishayin people. Thank you for being part of us. Thank you for joining us, and God bless you. So next week that we'll be meeting again, I'll say goodbye.
Bí ìtòtò ẹbẹ kí ẹbẹ ìṣẹ́yìn fòrò ńlá wà yìí ìṣẹ́yìn òrò ọmọ ẹbẹ